Škoda has launched the facelift Slavia, a product that has been quite significant in Škoda's portfolio. And to talk more about it, I have with me Mr. Ashish Gupta.
Hi,
Thank
Mugdha.
you so much,
Yeah.
Ashish, for joining us today. Congratulations on the
Thank you.
launch.
Thank you.
The sedan segment, I know Slavia does well in the sedan
Yeah,
segment, but the segment itself is shrinking.
true.
So what is your view on the segment?
I think you're totally right. I think over the last decade or so, the body style of choice has shifted to the SUV for good reasons. But if you look at it, sedans continue to be the quintessential car. Even if you today ask any child to draw a car, good chances they will still draw a three-box sedan. So the charm of the sedan has not gone away for good reasons again, because because of the driving dynamics, because of the pure elegance sedan exudes. I think it will continue to have its fans. It will continue to have people who still want to own the sedan. It has also been the segment has also been under pressure, because we as manufacturers also should take the responsibility. We have not focused on that sedan segment. But we as Škoda, if you look at it worldwide, perhaps we are among the few brands who still have a large sedan portfolio, which continue to do well and continue to be best sellers. So that's why continuing that legacy which made us what we are is very important for us. The Slavia today constitutes almost 30% of the segment in India. So in a way, we are the torchbearers of that segment as well. So I think the Slavia facelift will have its role in the portfolio for us and for customers in general.
And what is your expectation of growth in the sedan segment? Uh, do you think it's because there are not that many products that the segment is shrinking? There are, of course, practical
Yeah,
reasons for the segment to be slightly smaller than
yeah,
SUVs. We prefer SUVs for the way the roads are.
true.
But do you see a revival in sedan segment?
I think sedan segment will continue to remain a small part of the market. That is very clear, because I think the new product launches are also happening, and the new product introductions are also happening mostly in the SUV segment, or in crossovers or other body styles. So the sedan segment itself will continue to be a smaller part, but still a significant part of any market in the world, and so in India, because it does have its fans. It does have people who still love the sedan and who will continue to love the sedan. What we're also trying to do by the Slavia facelift is also appeal to a wider customer set. The Slavia comes with class-leading ground clearance, so our concerns of the road conditions and all are well taken care of. It has class-leading driving dynamics. It offers the best of performance and the best of an elegant understatement. You would love to arrive in a sedan to any function that you go to, or for a weekend drive, take the Monte Carlo for a fun drive. Yeah, so I think it has its appeal, and we want to continue that appeal and enhance it with the Slavia facelift.
All right. Now, after Slavia's this facelift
Yeah.
launch, what kind of growth are you expecting? I know towards the end the numbers had come down a
Yes,
little bit,
yes.
but it had more or less maintained its 1500 to 1800
True.
numbers. What are your expectations from here on? And you said that you are expecting widening the customer base. So what kind of customers are you
So if
expecting
you
now?
look at it, Mugdha, the sedan segment, or the premium sedan segment in India right now is at around 4,000 to 4,500 cars a month. Yeah, and the Slavia, typically has a 30% segment share. Of course, the last 2-3 months since we were running out the old Slavia, we also had our production constraints on and running out the car. So with the new Slavia facelift, I'm looking at least a 25 to 30% growth in our numbers on the Slavia.
All right. And what is your expectation for because you have had a great last year.
Yeah.
I think Kylaq has been the magic product for you. It has really
Yeah.
helped you come up with good numbers. Now, what is your expectation for this year? Because there are some, the first half has been very good,
Yeah.
but the second half, when we saw last year's the GST impact come in, what is your expectation for the entire year?
If you look at it, yes, you are right that the first half of the year has grown by almost 20%. Year till date, the industry has grown by 20%. Last year, with the GST reforms coming in from September onward, we saw a big momentum coming into the market, which is also contributing to the 20% growth we have had this year. But nonetheless, festive season is something which we all Indians look forward to. And this time, fortunately or unfortunately, the festive season is also spread out quite a lot. It's not concentrated in one month. It starts in this month, in the month of August with Onam, and continues right up to November with Diwali. So you have an extended, festive season. So you might not see the spike with the festive season that you saw last year, but still, I assume the industry will end up at close to 5 million this year, which would be a good full year 15% growth or 13 to 14% growth over last year. In this scenario, we are also planning to grow at around 8 to 10% this year.
All right. Now, I also want to touch upon how are you expecting to diversify your powertrain portfolio? See, if we look at it right now, EVs have seen over 100% growth compared to last year.
True.
You do not have an EV.
True.
CNG is growing rapidly.
True.
You are right now only in petrol,
True.
which is the one powertrain which is bearing the brunt of all the news that's coming.
Yeah,
Diesel is also stable. So what is your plan for powertrain?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think with the Middle East crisis right now, and also some of the policy things that are going on around us, there's a lot of noise on ethanol blending and all. We know that, and that to some extent has affected consumer sentiment on buying petrol. The result of which we see in the petrol share in the market going down. So definitely this is a very, very, I would say, an urgent question for us as well, because if we want to stay relevant, we will have to diversify our powertrain. We are working heavily on it. Kylaq segment, definitely CNG is the first priority that we are trying to tackle. And electrification, you will hear much more from us in the coming months.
On diesel, do you think diesel makes better sense now?
Because
it is not going anywhere. It is stable.
Yeah. I think diesel in bigger cars still will continue to make sense in India. So that's what we continue to evaluate as well. One good news which I would like to share with you with the Shape of Time event and the legacy Sedan legacy event we are having. We are also reintroducing the Superb in diesel. So we are opening expressions of interest today for customers, and based on that expression of interest, early next year we are planning to bring back the Superb diesel.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, on EVs, has the changes in last 6-7 months made you rethink and probably bring your EVs faster?
I think the penetration of EVs as we see today is not something which is new. Yeah? It was always anticipated. Last year the market ended at around 4.5% of the market being EVs. By the end of this year, for the full year, EVs are projected to be at around 8 to 9%. That is exactly in line with how the EV penetration was foreseen in India. What we see also is that the market is growing the overall market is growing much faster than what was planned. So from a penetration point of view, almost as planned. So our plans on EV are not based on or cannot be changed overnight, in the sense that today if the market has suddenly moved to EV, you suddenly bring an EV into the country. The crux or the volume EVs are anyway going to come when there is localization of EV, and that is something which we are working on heavily. Soon you will hear some announcements from us as well. But in the meantime, what we are trying to do is also bring our global bestseller EVs into India early next year, which is the Peak, the newly introduced Epic. You also have the Elrock, which is the best-selling EV in Europe. Those are cars which we are trying to bring in India as an interim.
What is Škoda's localization plan from here on? I know you have been constantly working on it as a group as well. What is your plan from here on, and what kind of investment are you making on that?
No, if you look at it, I think a significant investment has already gone into our product. The India 2.0 project itself was a €1 billion investment. Then with the Kylaq coming in, we invested another close to 300 million euros into the country. So our stakes and our investments are in India are already at a very high level. The investments are not only by us, but also our supply chain partners. So a big focus on localization in India today. Almost 70 to 75% of our cars are fully localized. And if you look at the overall part level localization, we are up to 90% localized in our cars.
All right, Ashish, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.